think I'm going to start cutting Well, first off, let me start by saying thank you for coming and wasting your Saturday to hang out with us to celebrate our students and your family and friends. My name's Nate Trent. I'm an interim fire marshal with the Village Fire Department, and I have, along with some of these other instructors, had the pleasure of teaching your friends and family. Our goal is, of course, to get them hired with the fire department. Some of them are just going to become better humans. How many of you have seen their demeanor change over the last 15 weeks? Couple hands? I like to see it. How many of you have seen them actually clean a toilet or dust or make their bed since then? Anyone? Yes, love it. So that's one of the skills we teach early on is, hey, you're a glorified janitor in the fire service. You're gonna have some fun here. So, but like I said, our goal is to get them just trained up and prepared. So it's been a long process. Those of you that were here early, you've seen a couple of the pictures. That's just a snapshot of their journey. They have their own memories, and I know they've probably shared the highs and lows with you guys as they've gone, but our goal is to keep them learning and keep them growing. That way they can get on and get hired and start their careers early and retire fast. So we're gonna go through this whole process. We don't wanna keep you too long, so we're gonna get it going here, okay? Will you please rise? We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Awesome. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Love it. I said that was going to work. Me and technology don't work so well together, so clearly it's not going to work for me. So I'm just going to talk loud. So, like I said, we have 30 different instructors that on their side job from leaving the fire station, they will come to teach these students all the skills they may need. We have 16 different departments that we represent. So it is like every day is an interview for us. So we see these students, we see they come from humble beginnings and they have to blood, sweat, and tears throughout the whole process. But a lot of them have gotten a lot better from day one, and we're very proud of it. We get to see them grow and become adults really quickly. One of my favorite things to see is from day one to the end of the semester is how much more mature they are. It's one of the blessings that we get to see as they grow. Those of us that are instructors that are here more often, we get to actually see them interact with their fellow students and help them and train them and help each other. So it's a nice process to see. We are all of us are led by our director. His name is Director Joe Bennett. He has been with the fire service a little over, 17 years now. We don't call our seasoned guys old, we call them seasoned. They've earned their right in the fire service, but he's been doing it since, 17 plus years now. He has been with OSU since, 2008? Does that sound right? No, 2015 has been with OSU. So he came and started this program for us. As you can see, we have over 50 total students graduating with this coining ceremony today. It did not start that way. He has grown it and done what we have today. He started off in a gym with four students, teaching everyone out of a gym how to do fire with no skills, no training, no gear, no nothing. And now we have over 50 plus students, 30 to 40 every single semester, graduating and getting hired. We have one of the highest hire rates coming out of our academies versus other academies like ours, and we're very proud of that. So he has built this up. We are proud to work under him. He has just recently got his doctorate, and we like to publicly shame him for that and get to call him, embarrass him, doctor now. He got his doctorate in emergency management, and so we're very proud to call him boss. But please help me welcome Director Joe Bennett.
Don't believe all the lies he says. Well, the true success of this program is the people you see over there. My wife will tell you that I'm not very bright, and I don't disagree with her, but I do have one talent: finding good people and letting them do what they do. So there is why we have a successful program. Now, what we're here to talk about, at least for this section, is the history of the fire service within the OSU system and some of the traditions that we have. The OSU system began teaching firefighting in 1948 on the Stillwater campus, and then in 1971, we started teaching it here. Over the course of time, the program kind of lost momentum, and then they brought me back here in 2015 to lead it, or 2018 to lead this program, and everything that they said is correct. That's how we slowly built the program over the year until we see 50 plus students every semester. Now, as far as some of the traditions that we have, we've borrowed from the military. I'm prior service military myself. Most of our instructors are prior service military. And if you didn't know this, the fire service is a paramilitary organization, so we adopted some of their traditions. For example, one of the things that will happen today, because they successfully completed this program, they will receive a patch, or what we would call a unit patch. Military tradition, you belong to this organization because you wear this patch. They will all receive that today. They will also receive a challenge coin because they've successfully completed this program. Again, something we borrowed from the military that identifies them as part of our program. So they've earned it. I hope they appreciate them. Now, the last thing we have is the bagpipes. Everybody, who likes the bagpipes? Just show a hand.
All of you, no one listens to that.
Anybody besides me on a kilt? Anybody? No. To be fair, the Oklahoma Fire Service has what they call Oklahoma Fire Pipes and Drums. They play a lot of the graduation ceremonies, especially when it comes to the fire service. I was one of the original founding members of the Oklahoma Pipes and Drums, and those are my actual pipes, that's my kilts and all that good stuff. But the reason that is because the fire service in America, it got started earlier, but how it became Irish and Scottish based was because of the Irish potato famine in the 19th century. When the potato famine happened, you had an influx of Scot-Irish coming to America. Well, the problem was nobody wanted them here, so nobody would give them jobs. So they had to take the jobs that nobody else wanted. The death rate for fire and police back in the 19th century was extremely high, so nobody wanted that job. So they had to take the jobs that were available. Well, when you get killed on the job and you're Irish, they play the pipes, they wear the kilts, and they escort you to your final resting place. Over the time in the fire service, we developed our own pipe and drums bands so that we could do that within the fire service. Now, over the course of time, we've adopted it fully. Your graduations, or you hear the pipes for those. Obviously, you see the stuff here. And these challenge coins, if you look in the back of it, it's in Gaelic, but it says the School of Fire Science. So that is how all of this came about to be part of the fire service. So I didn't bore anybody else with the history there. There's a lot more to it, but I'll save that for my professor days. All right, the next thing I would like to do is introduce our keynote speaker. The fantastic thing about him is that one of his children are graduating today, so I took that opportunity to throw him under the bus and bring him on board today. So I'd like you to please welcome Sean Abinato. Sean is a seasoned leadership coach, national speaker, and lead pastor of the Oaks Church in Oklahoma City. For 26 years, he's been helping people rise under pressure, lead with purpose, and live lives that matter. He is also a former member of the Oklahoma City Fire Department. He's here today to honor their journey and to celebrate their sacrifice and inspire you as the next step of their chapter of the fire service. And by the way, in case you didn't know, when they become into the fire service, you as family members, y'all become part of the fire service as well. So it's your journey too. Sean?
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Check. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. It's a privilege to come and just spend, you said 90 minutes, 2 hours? Long as I want. Domino's delivers. Isn't that a wonderful thing? Well, first of all, wow, how awesome is this? This takes me back to 1985 when I was just up the hill going through rookie school. I would like all of you to give them a big clap for supporting you through this journey. Firefighter. Just saying it kind of hits you different, right? Firefighting. It's been romanticized in movies, TV shows, a lot of TV shows, even songs. My wife's favorite singer, George Strait. They call me the fireman. Come on, guys, y'all know that song. Running all over town. That's a different kind of firefighting, just saying. Stick with me. So you come into this thing and you have this preconceived idea. You have this expectations from what you've seen. How many of you have family members that are in the fire service? Let me see a show of hands. A few of you, right? So you've been around it a little bit. My dad was on for 27 years. I would go to the fire station when I was a kid. One's downtown, Oklahoma City. I would slide the pole at 12. Come on. Always in there. They would try to soak me every chance they got. You know a little bit about it. The rest of you, man, you're about to enter into a world of discovery. So I'm just curious. What have you discovered about the job as you've gone through these weeks and months of training? Because like I said, you have these expectations. Yeah, this is what it's going to be like. I've seen the movie Backdraft. I know what it's going to be like. And then you get in there and you start to discover it's so much deeper. It's so much bigger. It's so much better than anything you ever dreamed. The other question I would ask you is, what have you discovered about yourself? I guarantee you, I love that you spoke to the change that you've all gone through, because this will take you places you didn't even know you were capable of. My hope is that on this journey that you'll start to see things come out of you that you didn't know existed. There's going to be a strength and a resilience that you have. It's waiting to get out. You've also discovered that when you came in, you probably didn't know anybody when you walked in that first day. Looked around, bunch of strangers. But not today. Today, so you've discovered the brotherhood. And as a matter of fact, since my time on the job, ladies, you've embraced the journey. You've embraced the calling. So now the brotherhood's really become a family. And as Joe, Papa Joe, Dr. Joe, where'd he go? Oh, he's over taking a nap. You good? Okay. Just Joe. Okay, just checking. You've been doing this a long time, man. You've discovered that now you're a part of a very unique, very special. Family. And that will never change. It wasn't too long ago, I live on the south side of Oklahoma City, and I went into Crest Market, and I ran into two guys I went to rookie school with. We just happened to all be there at the same time. And here we are, standing in the middle of Crest, telling old war stories and teasing and giving each other a hard time. Why? Because you're always part of the family. Now, you guys have learned a lot about heat and how to handle heat, what to do with it. Come on, we put the wet stuff on the what? Hot stuff. Well, you see them had to think about it for a minute. What do we do with the wet stuff? Used to be red stuff. I know, right? So we put the wet stuff on the what? Hot stuff. Okay, you're a little more sure this time. I'm glad. I got nervous for us for a minute. Because you got to deal with the heat. But I want to talk to you about a different heat. And that's the heat that's going to refine you. You guys have had to embrace a different kind of heat as you've gone through this process. Because I don't know about you, but when I walked into rookie school at 20 years of age and they started teaching me all this stuff, I was like, I have never seen anything like what I'm learning. There was nothing in high school or anything in life that prepared me for what I was going through. Anybody else experience that? Look at y'all. Why are they so nervous, man? This is a good day.
You're done.
Yeah, you've made it. You get the pass today. It's all right. Y'all can breathe. But you know what I'm saying? It's a different kind of heat. It's a heat that starts to refine you internally with who you are as men and women. And I want you to learn to embrace that heat just as well as you are excited about going out there and fighting fire. That heat that will burn out the self-doubt, that will burn out the limiting beliefs, that will burn out anything and everything that can keep you in a place where you're fighting success from the inside. Now, another thing that you've had to learn about, that they've had to embrace in this journey, is pressure. Pressure's hit you different going through this, hasn't it? The ability to study and do things, and man, the first time they have you put on the gear and they go, okay, now I need you to get in that little confined space, and you're like, what? But I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Did it anyway. There's gonna be pressure that you've never faced before. But the beautiful part, as I said, where heat refines you, pressure solidifies you. It takes the shaky in your life, makes it real solid. And that's what you're going to need as firefighters. Because, see, you bring the calm to the chaos. We run in when everybody else is running out. The ability to bring calm to the chaos is the gift that you give every person that you will have a privilege to make a ride on. One of the reasons that my son, it's funny because it wasn't because I was a firefighter. He had heard stories. My dad was a firefighter. My grandfather was a firefighter. We come from a long line of them. It wasn't all that made him think, I think I would like to do this. It was the fact that he was in a horrible car wreck that broke his leg, didn't know if he was going to make it, and it was the firefighters who brought calm to the chaos that was the defining moment for him. So I need you to understand the power that you have as young men and women entering into this calling to embrace that heat and that pressure, the heat that refines you and the pressure that solidifies you, that will make you not just good at this job, but great at this job. And the third thing I want to talk to you about real quick is just time. Where heat refines and pressure solidifies, time qualifies you. Like they were talking about, you've grown since you started this over this amount of time. It qualifies you. You're going to leave here with your certification. You're going to start the application process. You're going to find a department that says, come on, let's do this. You're going to come in as a new boy, new girl. You're going to come on as a rookie, and you're going to start this process. And I want you to embrace it. The time, the process, everything that you're going through, keep getting better, keep getting better, keep getting better. And then boom, next thing you know, bam, you may be a driver. You may be a captain. You may be a chief one day. We need you to embrace the heat, the pressure, and the time. Now, in this career, in this calling, you will experience the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. I still remember the first person that died in my arms. But I also remember one of my favorite rides was the one I call A Christmas Saved. I worked in 603 District, Station 23, and we made a fire 2 days before Christmas. This area of town, you can pretty much assume that most people don't have homeowners insurance. And I grabbed a new boy and we went in. I knew the fire was pretty much getting under control. And I said to him, grab all the clothes you can. Let's get them outside. The Christmas tree was right there in the front door. I said, let's get all the presents out in the front yard. Because I didn't want it to have the smoke damage. I didn't want things to have fire damage. The ability to do this job and the way that you impact people's lives is beyond your current comprehension, but I want to encourage you and challenge you to embrace it all. Because there's nothing else like it. I still think it's the greatest job in the world. But the only way that you're going to be able to be successful in this career, when you're experiencing the highest of highs, man, when you got a good stop on a fire, or you saved somebody's life, or the lowest of lows, is I want to encourage you to keep growing. You got to keep growing as a person and as a firefighter. Too many make the mistakes in life as they grow in their skill sets, they grow in their career path, but they don't grow in who they are. Do you know 87% of people never read another book after high school? 87% never read another book after high school. Looking at this group, they all read, thank goodness, because they're teaching y'all. Here's the problem with that. And then we wonder why we get up into our 20s and we start to struggle with life when all of a sudden we got responsibilities. We're not coming home to a hot cooked meal or coming home to where now we have our own place. All of a sudden we got a spouse. All of a sudden we have kids and we're freaking out trying to figure out how to live life, but we quit growing. So I want to encourage you, embrace a growth mindset. Don't ever quit looking for another place of discovery. Now you're about to go through, and you already have begun, a crazy season of transformation. And I'm so very proud of each and every one of you, because that's what it takes to live a life of no regrets. But you got to embrace a crazy time of continued transformation. And as long as you'll do that, life's going to work out pretty good for you. We need you. We need you to step up, embrace this way beyond where you already are, and man, just go have a good time with it. Because there's nothing like what you're about to step into. It's the best of the best. I don't care if it's a January 3rd and it's 2 degrees outside and it's a 2 a.m. call. It's nothing like it. You're now part of the family. We welcome you here. We encourage you. And I just want to say, man, get ready for the wildest ride of your life. Congratulations. Thank you for allowing me to play a very small part in your very big life.
Hey. Director Bennett, it's you. Concurrent, yeah. I got it.
Oh, yeah. Had to be reminded this is a new thing for us. We started a new program fall of last year in which we started doing concurrent enrollment for high school students. So as a junior and a senior in high school, everybody remember being able to go to VOTEC and all that good stuff? Same concept, except now you can take college classes in firefighting as part of your junior and senior curriculum in high school. So in fall, we started a new program. If my high school students will stand up, I would appreciate it. Hey. There they are. They were our original class, our inaugural class. They've done absolutely fantastic. And is there any grumpy old people like me or the new generation, you know, how's this going to turn out? As an old guy, I want to tell you they did absolutely amazing. They impressed me. I have hope for the future generations just because of them. I could not be more excited about our first class turning out this well. So anyway, I wanted to give them a shout out and congratulate them on completing the program.
All right. Is this thing? Yeah, it's still working. All right. Hello. My name is Logan Furtick. I'm with the Yukon Fire Department. As of mid-semester, if there's been an instructor that they complained about the most, they were probably referring to me. I've taken over as kind of their liaison between Dr. Joe Bennett and themselves. So over the course of the academy, obviously, like Dr. Bennett explained earlier, they're going to be getting their patches. We're going to have their challenge coins and everything like that. But another thing that we've done throughout the semester is some different individual awards. So with these awards, we've got a couple that are physical fitness based. And I'm going to have Miss Annette Zapp come up here and introduce those, and then we'll have a couple other ones that are more program based.
Good morning. My name is Annette Zapp, AZ, and I believe, as Nate said, I was one of those seasoned. I'm a retired firefighter, but I'm the strength and conditioning coach for the academy, so I'm responsible for bulletproofing your young men and women and getting them ready for the fire service. And when we look at a firefighter, we need them to be pretty darn good at everything. We need them to have a great VO2 max or aerobic ability. We need them to be strong. We need them to have muscular endurance. We need them to be mobile. We're asking a lot of these. We can actually call them athletes. And so we have 2 awards to give. And the first award, first of all, Trent Knoll, will you just stand up? Okay, when Trent came into the academy, he was able to do 10 pull-ups and 34 push-ups. He ran his 1.5-mile run in 15 minutes and 10 seconds, and he was 13.8% body fat. So, none of that's terrible, but, nothing to write home to mom about. When he had his final fitness test, he did 15 pull-ups, 40 push-ups. He took his 1.5-mile run down to 11:05, and his body fat was 10.8, and it went down to 5.7. So I would like you to give a big, big, big hand to Trent. So Trent is our most improved candidate, and I would love to shake your hand, but I'm balancing, so here we go. Congratulations, great job. I don't know, does your mom need to take a picture, whatever? I'm sorry, Mom.
Where's Noel's family at? Y'all need to get them some cheeseburgers directly after.
Yeah, great job, Trent. Okay, and next I would like to have Aiden Owen stand, please. Aiden, okay. So originally when Aiden came in, he did, okay, so what you're gonna hear now is not really improvement. You're gonna be like, what is going on? Well, the thing is, when people are very fit, when they start the Fire Academy, sometimes they actually become less fit because it's a lot of stress, it's a lot. And he held his own, but he's gonna get the award for being the beast. So when he came in, he did 22 pull-ups, 46 push-ups. He ran his mile run in 8.43 seconds. He was mile and a half. Yeah, right. Golf cart speed. Yeah. He was 7.5% body fat. That's all pretty darn good, right? He managed to still do 20 pull-ups, 45 push-ups, so very similar. 9:11. He's a little bit slower on his run, but there's accumulated fatigue during this academy. We beat the snot out of these kids. And 4.6% body fat. So he is our beast. Will you come up and get your certificate?
All right, so now time to give an award for somebody that's got a very worked out and very strong brain. So along with those two awards that we give, we also have our Top Graduate Award. This award goes to the person that throughout the semester maintained a very high GPA. They also ended the semester with the highest GPA in their academy class. So with that being said, Liliana Pando, can you please come up here and accept this award? Where's the camera? Over there? Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
All right, and for our last award, so with this award, every single one of these students was sent basically a questionnaire. And with that questionnaire, what we were asking them to do is to pretty much do a peer voting. So this award is for the individual peer voting. Nope, that's not what part I need to read. So this will determine who the majority of class feels has shown to have a servant attitude, good ethics, responsibility, versatility, good communication, and enthusiasm for the future career. Pando, don't get too comfortable. Lillian Pando. Another one. Congratulations. Y'all ready to be done with all this? Yeah? Yeah? Ready to get the coin and go home? All right, let's do it. If y'all could please stand. All right, and just in case nobody knows, they will be receiving their coins and their patches here for if you want to take a picture, and then they'll be receiving their certificate down on the end. We'll also be getting some pictures of them as well. So let's go through. Miss Julie Allison. Y'all can clap, yeah. Cody Babbitt. Easton Brown. Byron Bundage. Tucker Cathy. Carson Drain. Wyatt England. Wiley Franklin. Jack Gilliland. Tyler Hale. Alex Hatfield is not, oh, he is here, Alex Hatfield. Dominic Hernandez. Hayden Hinchy. Brant Jenkins. Joey Carpillo. Caleb Kerr. Trent Knowles. Alexis Kuznetsova. Isaiah Lee. The one. Reed McMurtry. Ivan Moda. Ty Nichols. Jet Onza. Aiden Owen. Liliana Pando. Mason Payne. Gavin Fippen. Sergio Resendez. Haley Rivers. Devin Sissons. Easton Spittler. Sante Swall. Austin Vandriff. Ben Vaughn. And Carson Webb. If we can get one more round of applause for our 25-1 class. So now we're going to move forward with our 24-3, 25-1 high school concurrent class. They fall under all three categories kind of for us, and they'll be receiving their patches and awards. Braden Clowers. Aiden Gullickson. Logan Haynes. Hank Hester. We're going to have a short delay with this one, folks. Evan Leach. Holland Little. Sean Lund. Matt Meyer. Ezra Moody. Serena Morton. And Hayden Wesley. We're just waiting on you, Hayden, that's all. Wait for it. There he is. So if we can get one more round of applause for our 25-1 and our 25-4-3 academies. And with these two classes, us as the instructors, and I'm sure Dr. Bennett, himself would also like to say congratulations. This has been a heck of a time for the past 17 weeks, a lot longer for some of the high schoolers in the back, the concurrent program, but congratulations, you've made it. One more round of applause for him. So after the conclusion of the ceremony, we'll have some formal pictures. Some of your family or your family members will be signing their flag that they've arranged to have made in representation of their class. We also have some slash banner. We also have some food and refreshments over there as well. But before we get out of here, I would like Instructor Johnson to come up here. So throughout the academy, they start off a little rough, a lot of rough, with the dismissal. So like Dr. Bennett said, this is a very paramilitary type career that they're getting into. So Instructor Johnson here is going to kind of talk about that a little bit, and then he's going to give them their final dismissal.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Hello, I'm Tevin Johnson. I'm with the Edmond Fire Department. I've been doing the academy for about 5 years now, and every year it continually grows. But before I get started, I want y'all to give them a round of applause because y'all couldn't do this without their support. So when we first get them, I'm gonna just be blunt, there's no discipline, there's no organization, and it drives me nuts. And if you've heard about me, it's probably that I'm the meanest person in this class, and I demand way more than they can give. But there's a method to the madness. I know for parents, y'all want to raise adults that can go out in society and be a good, productive citizen. Well, they have done that. I have saw them grow from the day one to what y'all see now, and I hope that y'all saw it as well. We're in this academy, we're just trying to put our passion into their lives because we do this to better the service, and they really don't know what they're getting into. They have no idea. They think it's gonna be, a cool college class, fire. I'm gonna learn about firefighting, I'm gonna be a firefighter. Day one, they find out real quick that's not what this is gonna be. And we put them through the ringer, but I tell them on day one, you will learn more about yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally by the time you are done with this class. And all I ask is that they don't give up. They give 110% every day. Towards the middle of the academy, we get a little senioritis. They start getting relaxed, and we have to bring it back up a little, ramp it up. But they have to find out the hard way, like y'all know, they're children. So we kind of have to ring them back in sometimes. But I want y'all to know y'all should be proud of them. They have come a long ways, and y'all should be proud of yourselves. I know as instructor and the rest of the cadre that we are proud of y'all. All we ask is that you go out from after today and get in the hiring processes. Don't give up. This is not an easy job. Everybody kind of thinks that this is, when they first get into the fire service, that's like every other job, and you just put in an application, they call you and say, hey, yeah, come work for us. And it's not that. You would be shocked at how many of them on day one, when I say how many of y'all know the firefighting process to get hired, and I'll have about 5 of them out of the 50 raise their hand. So they learn real quick that this is not gonna be an easy job. This is not gonna be an easy thing to just get into. You can have all your certifications, but you have to have way more than that just to get this job. So, like I told y'all on that last day of y'all's live burn, keep pushing, Keep that tank full. You're gonna get told no, but that's not the end of the world, all right? So with that, I'm gonna dismiss them. And once again, I just wanna thank y'all for showing up today. I know this probably isn't what you wanna do on 11 o'clock on a Saturday, but brunch is all around the corner, all right? So mimosas on everybody. So, y'all ready to dismiss? Yes, sir. Thank y'all once again. Let me turn this off.
I figured it out.